Yo, it's been a hot minute since I've been on this. Um, it's been like almost half a year. Nah, but we are running. We are back. I'm gonna change up the style in a sense. It's still gonna be a podcast, obviously. Well, I wouldn't say podcast, kinda. Um, the guests won't be as much frequently. It's still gonna be genuine. Like updates on my fights, my teammates, updates on my training. Still, the fighting aspect, whether it be wrestling, Muay Thai, boxing, Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, all that. Um, but yeah, last time I talked to you guys, it was I still think it's been that long, yeah, since I've been on this. I want to say, what was my last fight? My last fight was, I think it was the Aaron Hunter fight. That's the last time I've been on here. And then I was planned to have like 7 months later, right? Supposed to have multiple MMA fights, more Muay Thai fights. I kid you not. About 5 to 6 fights canceled or that didn't go through, whether it be an injury from me, which was only one of them, or no, two of them, and then the other like four were pullouts. And it was very unfortunate. It was very stressful. It was a lot, and I got burnt out. Even though because I had went through like four different, three or four different weight cuts. My body was exhausted. I had traveled from Pennsylvania all the way to California for two of these, just for the fight to not go through, and to be on a diet, this and that, and it was a lot. Finally, I signed up for the World Classic in Orlando, Florida. That was about 2 months ago, I want to say. It was July. No, not July. It was like 2 months ago, and I ended up winning that. It was a three-man tournament. I got in a bye the first round. The dude I fought knocked out the first guy in the bracket. So then I ended up fighting him. He was 4-1. I was 3-2. I ended up beating him 30-27. That was that. Got the win. Went back home. And then a month later, I go and fight in Buffalo for the 130 title. And man, that was it was a nice experience, learning experience, confusing experience. But it's all the camera is like right here, but like I'm looking at the screen, so if I keep looking up down, that's why. But if I Sean Doyle 130 pounds, I walk around like one. If I'm being fat, whatever, and I'm just eating whatever I want, I get to like 148 to 150. But if I'm um, like I'm working out and all that stuff, I'm like 143, 144. But the dumb thing I did for this fight, I had just fought the Florida one. The the Buffalo one against Doyle was literally like a month after. Usually after my fights, I take like a week, maybe 5 days of just eating. Not like crazy eating, but like after the fight you can eat stuff. And I did that knowing there was still a month gap. Like there was a month still for my next fight. But I'm so used to like I have my fight, okay, now I can eat whatever. But I went like 5 days of eating like bad, knowing I had this fight, title fight too. And and I mean it didn't really affect me that much because I still did my thing, but that was just a dumb little mistake I shouldn't have did. And hold on. See the struggles of this little podcast I'm trying to do, bro. Bro, you serious? Hold on, y'all. There we go. So yeah, I ate bad, and So then fast forward to the fight. I cut the weight. I was actually like I was like a pound over when I got to the scale. Not the official weigh-in, but I got to check before. So then I went outside, ran for a little bit, weighed in. I weighed in at 129.6. Um, this was the most weight I've ever cut to. I usually only cut like 5 to 8 pounds. Um, but there was a big jump in my body, or I just gained like a lot of weight. Like I fight like at 130. I used to fight at 127s and 132 because I would walk around at 135. So it wasn't that much of a big deal. I hate talking fast. It just messes me up, bro. Um, so I'm fighting at 130 this time, and now I weigh like 145. One, mind you, I ate bad, so I was like 146, 147. So I was cutting like 15 pounds, the most I've ever cut. This was the first time my face looked like sucked up in my stomach. This is the first time that's ever happened to me. I've never looked like that before. Um, and then I weighed in, I refueled back up to 140, and then we have the fight. Everything is going good. I win the first round. I win the second round. I even cut him up. We get to the third round, and one little mistake. I turned, got kicked like right under my nose and like right above my teeth. I got kicked right there, and I got knocked down. It was a flash knockdown. It wasn't like, oh, like he's hurt. Like he kicked me. My butt touched the floor. I got up. Give me like 8 seconds. My left leg did feel like a little wobbly. Like when I took a step, I was like, okay, let me take my time. I got my 10 seconds, whatever. But then as soon as the action started again, I was fine. I was literally back to normal. I wasn't hurt like that. It was just like a flash one. Um, and then as soon as that happened, the first thing that clicked in my head, I was like, damn, now at the freaking minimum, this fight's gonna be a 28-28. It's gonna be a draw because of that. That's the first thing that clicked in my head. And then I was like, okay, I still have like 30 seconds. Maybe I could, you know, get it back. And like 10 seconds go by. Uh, like one of the, it was a bad knockdown. I went for a spin elbow. He kicked my bottom leg. I'll show it on here, but and they called it a knockdown. The commentary, people in the crowd, like it was just a bad knockdown. Everyone knows it. Um, I'm not trying to bash on the referee, but that particular night, he was not the greatest referee. He wasn't. Again, I don't know him, so I don't want to say too much about him. But that night, he wasn't the greatest. There was two knockdowns in the first round that I should have got called. But there's only so much I can control. I don't blame Doyle. Doyle's a cool dude. He's not the one that controls the knockdowns or whatever. He actually went on and just won in Turkey, like the amateur champion, the world champion thing. So that was good for him. Um, but yeah, it was weird after the fight, sitting there bummed out because even though the calls weren't the calls that I should have got or whatever, at the end of the day, that kick is what cost me it. And so I get kicked in the face, fight's over, blah 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 blah. And then I'm walking back to the hotel with my mom, and my mom's, we're walking, and she's like, "How do you feel like about the fight? Like, what do you think?" I was like, "I don't know. I feel normal, I guess. I don't feel sad. I don't feel happy. I don't know. I just feel normal, I guess." And I have like this mental thing, like I love fighting, I really do, but I don't have like a crazy, crazy passion for it. And I'll be completely honest, I'm one of those fighters that's talented. I'm gifted with fighting skills. I genuinely am. I'm trying to be cocky, but I've been gifted with skills. But I lack the super drive for it. You know what I mean? Like the crazy work ethic. Don't get me wrong, I still work out like to my best. Not my best, but to like crazy good, obviously. But there's everyone has that pushing point. Like there's a next, like you can go way much more than you can, and I lack in that. Um, Obviously I'm working on that right now, and the fact that I don't like have a full drive for fighting, I think that's what makes it lack. Because when I was fighting, if I really wanted to, not if I wanted to, because I didn't obviously, but after the first round when I wobbled him, knocked him down or whatever, Doyle, I could have finished him in the second round. I could have knocked him out in the second round. But I lacked that dog side of me, like go out there and kill him. You know what I mean? But instead, I went into coast mode. I'll win by decision, blah blah blah. And a part of that, of me not having that dog inside of me, where I think getting pushed to that extra extreme in workouts where it comes out of, or some people naturally have it. I don't naturally have it, so I have to work for it in a sense. Um, yeah, that that is like a showcase of hard work beats talent. I wouldn't say necessarily because there was some bad calls, but genuinely you get the point. Hard work beats talent. Sucks how things played out, but it is what it is. Um, and I don't knock myself heavy on these amateur fights. Again, I've said it before in a different podcast. My goal isn't to be like this amateur champion, this guy who's won so many belts in amateurs, this and that. Like I don't want to be 26, no, it's like 28 and up, where I'm still in amateurs. And again, I'm not knocking people that are doing amateurs in 28 or 30 because I know I have teammates like that and stuff like that. Because maybe they started late, which some of them did, so that would make sense. So 28, 29, etc. But if you have like 8 plus fights, 10 plus fights, and you're still in amateurs past like 26, it kind of shows like, oh, you know where your limits at because there's a reason why you're not going pro. You know what I mean? Um, so my goal is still to turn pro by 23. Uh, yeah, so this isn't a learning experience. It's not like I got whooped or anything. It was literally just a cake and a few sleeps. Um, so I'm 4-3 now. Buffalo was nice. The promotion was nice. They paid for our hotel. It was nice. And so that's pretty much an update on me. I've had 2 fights since the last time I talked to you guys. I won one, I lost one. Um, I'll put in like a little thing so y'all can see what I'm talking about. And I did. I we signed up for December in PA, Allentown for Muay Thai. I'm not sure if it's gonna go through. Hopefully it does. If not, it doesn't. Um, January might go back to Buffalo if we get matched up for my MMA debut. I've been trying to do MMA for so long, but there's been constant holds. The Muay Thai aspect of it, I'm pretty much done with Muay Thai. Not because I don't like it, but I have the experience in Muay Thai. I have the elbows. I want to get the MMA experience now before I go pro. I might jump into like a Muay Thai card like one time, like randomly, if it's like no MMA shows and it's like getting like empty, then I'll do Muay Thai. But for ideally, it's MMA now. Fighting at 135, no lower than 135. I'm not making that big of a weight cut again. For some people, I know they can make the weight cut, but I'm already skinny as it is. So taking more weight off is tougher than me than it is for other people. And yeah, so that's pretty much where I've been, how I've been. I feel good. Um, Again, not bummed out, just back in the lab, back eating. I need to get a haircut, but yeah. Oh, what's it called? My teammate Elion fought that same day too. He lost, but it was a good experience for him too. This was his first like big show like that. He did good. He lost, but it was a good experience for him too. I thought he lost two rounds to one. I think it was. I didn't read the scorecard, but it was 2-1. I'm pretty sure. And then recently, Humberto, my other teammate Humberto and Elion fought in PA. They both won that one. Elion won by decision, and Humberto got a spinning back fist knockout third round, dude. It was crazy. The whole atmosphere, the whole story behind how he knocked him out. It was so cool, dude. First time I jumped out of my chair like that for like a fight. I'm usually just like I'm like spectating, analyzing it, but like his fight, it was just crazy. I was a fan. I was a corner, but I was a fan. It was good though. Um, and Antioch, California is on fire right now, dude. Antioch, California, where I was born and raised, Oakley/Antioch, but The teams out there is on fire. Team Doom Damaya, Team Salguero, Team Black. They're doing their thing out there. Um, Julian Bridges just had his pro boxing debut. He got a knockout first round. He looked sharp, dude. I was watching it. It was like 2 days ago, I think, Saturday. He looked sharp, dude. Like he looked fast. He was the underdog by a lot, and he went in there and just lit dude up. Julian was a former teammate of mine from Muay Thai. Like we're both like 21 right now, and I first met him when I was like 14, 13. Like I want to say like middle school days. He did Muay Thai first for like a couple of years, had an amateur fight with us and everything. And then he went on to do boxing. So he went to a different gym and stuff. And then Alec from that same team, he got his first MMA belt. I seen that one. It was good. I think he won 2 rounds to one. But yeah, it was a little of a grappling war and striking. That was cool from him. Zay got a belt. Rowdy had his Bellator debut. Freaking fight of the year on Bellator. Team Salguero's on fire. Team Dundamaya, Ricky had his MMA debut. One of our teammates for Muay Thai Gorilla Squad. But for MMA, he's with Dundamaya Team Black. But he had his debut. I was there for that one. He won. Oh, Bulldog choke, bro. That was it was Bulldog choke was nice. Um, Ian, he's been doing his thing. He just won his last one. I'm pretty sure he fights pretty soon. I'm not sure the exact day, but I know he fights soon. I think he just won. He won 2 matches last time we talked to him, and then Benny Orozco, the mini Khabib. Nah, but then I think he's 4-0. He's fighting this weekend. By the time this out, he's fighting this weekend. Benny he's like you look at Khabib, just put Benny next to him. Even their fighting style, same thing. Don't get me wrong, Benny could strike, but his grappling is like a top notch. And then who else? James from Team Black got his third belt. 135, 145, and 155. He's a 3 division champ for amateurs. Um, who else on Team Black? Mike had an amateur fight. Blaze, Carly. There's a lot of them. Antioch, California is on fire. If you don't know, now you know. Antioch is the spot. Um. So yeah, this is more so like a catch up. Next week I'll have it more legit. But since I was gone for so long, I wanted to fill you guys in where my head's been and yeah, like the whole 7 months of pullouts and no fights was stressful, and I was not that I don't care about you guys, but I was not worried about the podcast because it was a lot. It was draining. Um, but ready to get back on track. Good, good energy, good vibes. Yeah. Um, yeah. Last thing, I always do this. Well, kind of, but Izzy versus Adesanya this weekend. Whaley versus Cookie Monster. There's Frankie's fighting. Who else is fighting? Dan Hooker is fighting. There's one more I'm missing in the main event or main card. Anyways, I think Izzy's gonna win. I think I think Dan Hooker's gonna lose. I think Wei Lee is gonna win, and then I want Frankie to win. I don't know who he's fighting, but I hope he wins. Frankie wins. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. There'll be cuts in between, so that's because again, this isn't more so much like a live straight podcast. It's more of a like a update filler because I'm not gonna on my main page, my main socials. I won't update my fighting stuff no more. It'll be like on this podcast page. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. For the ones who did watch, who fully watched. I know I don't got a lot of views and etc. So there's probably only get that much, but you got to start somewhere. And you guys keep working hard, keep striving. Hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't show up. Thank you guys for watching. Catch y'all next one.